friends, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to hop on and do a foundation first impressions. I purchased this new foundation, the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour. That is really popular right now and I like it. It works pretty well. And they came out with this Maybelline Superstay multi-use foundation stick. So I wanted to give that a first impression video and see how it wears. It comes with the stick on one end and the applicator on the other. It's a little dirty because I did test it on my face to see if it was the right shade, and it's pretty good, so that's good. This is the shade 110 Porcelain, cream to matte formula and precision blender, full coverage. So it's a full coverage foundation, and it doesn't say like anything about what it's supposed to do or anything like that, so I guess we're just going to give it a whirl and see how it goes. So I did put some face lotion on, as well as this milk cooling water under my eyes and my eyelids. And then I am going to use this Estee Lauder The Smoother Primer. It honestly doesn't say like whether I'm supposed to wet the sponge or not. I kind of feel like I want to, so I'm gonna try that. So I'm literally just going to apply this on my face and then sponge it in with the sponge. And I might have to use a different applicator. I don't know, the sponge is really like thick. I don't know, we'll try, we'll see.
It doesn't have the best smell.
I'm kind of worried about the sponge because it's really small and it's gonna take, I feel like it's gonna take forever to blend into my skin. So this stick is 0.25 ounces of foundation, which is a fourth of what a liquid foundation comes with. The liquid Maybelline Superstay comes with a fluid ounce. This is a quarter of an ounce. 0.25, so just for reference. So I really hate the sponge, and I'm gonna do the other side with my beauty blender. It's kind of like sitting thickly in my pores on this side, and this side it's more of an even coverage. I think I'm gonna do a second layer. I don't know if you can see, but it really sinks into my skin imperfections. Like this is a scar right there and right there, and it just looks like a divot in my skin. Foundations don't usually accentuate skin imperfections, but this one is right now. We're just gonna use some Tarte Shape Tape. I'm gonna set the foundation with a little bit of powder, but not a lot. So first impressions on the foundation, it's really, really textured, and since it's textured, it accentuates my skin textures. And it kind of looks like it's just sitting on top of the skin in areas. I'm gonna finish doing my makeup and then do a couple of check-ins, and we'll see how it wears. Do a little wear test today. But right now I'm not very impressed with it. Alright, so I finished my makeup and it is 11:50, so almost noon. And so it's been on for about an hour and a half now. And looking in the mirror, it doesn't look too bad. The only thing is that it accentuates like my skin imperfections right here and right here. Most foundations that I use don't do that. Like, they kind of just veil over that little indent, and they don't look like, it doesn't look like different than flat skin. But with this one, it kind of looks, it just looks different. Like, it just sinks into that little face crater. And then I also have my lines, my smile lines are definitely creasing. It's not too bad, but if you look like really close, like I'm using a magnifying mirror, I can definitely see it. If you look at the forehead is creasing. That doesn't usually happen with my foundations, like, ever. And also it just accentuates the texture a lot. Like, there's so many bumps that you wouldn't have been able to see if I just didn't wear makeup, or if I was wearing like my L'Oreal True Match. That would not have accentuated those bumps right there. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Usually my forehead is like the most flawless looking part of my skin, and right now that's not the case. I don't think. I think so far I like the liquid formula better. We'll see how it works throughout the day, but this one was so difficult to apply, and even though it says it's full coverage, I still had to apply 2 coats to actually get the full coverage that I wanted, which, I mean, if it's full coverage, you shouldn't have to use 2 coats to get to full coverage. And granted, I used a beauty blender, but they have a sponge as their applicator, and so I feel like it would do the same thing, like it would shear it out anyways. I really did not like the applicator. That sponge was just awful, and no thank you. With a beauty blender, it goes better. The sponge just like made it streaky and really sit on top of the face. Like, this side I did with a sponge, and this side I did with a beauty blender. And this side just looks more skin-like, and it looks more blended, I think, than this side. This side you can see my pores a little bit more. It has worn off around my nose, so that's just like skin. And then on this side, it's got a little nose crease. I mean, that's like the least of my worries, the little nose crease, so. But yeah, so it's been about an hour since I applied it, or an hour and a half. What you doing, Tristan? He's mesmerized. I'll do a check-in in like natural sunlight later, and because right now with my ring light it does look probably better than it does in real life. But yeah, so I'll do a check-in like later in the sun, and then final thoughts at the end. But yeah. Alright, so it is like 3 p.m. now. I've had the foundation on for 4 hours, and it's just like in normal daylight. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a close-up. My skin definitely looks textured and it's creasing in areas.
Total wireless. I got him the phone he loves on the best 4G.
And yeah, so I'll do one more check-in later tonight and we'll see how it wears for the rest of the day. Alright guys, so it is now, sorry, it's 4th of July, lots of fireworks going on right now. But it is now like 10 o'clock at night and this is my final check-in for this foundation. So here's a close-up. Forehead is looking super textured and you can see all the red spots on it. All the red spots right there. Dark spot right there. Red spots and texture and texture. So honestly, it doesn't look like there's much foundation left. Like right here is probably the only area where I can actually see like some pigmentations and coverage still. I mean, I don't know that all my other foundations wear so much better than this, like after 12 hours, but it's just really, like, it's literally just laying on top of my skin in a few places really patchy. Otherwise, it's just completely gone. I would definitely stick with the liquid foundation if you're looking for a full coverage long wear foundation. This is so much easier to apply and it has great coverage and it lasts for a long time. This is really difficult to apply unless you really like thick stick foundations. I don't know. But for me personally, it's really difficult to apply. It doesn't blend into the skin very well and it's not that long wearing. It rubs off when you touch it, which is a really big pet peeve, so it like doesn't sink into the skin at all. And yeah, so I would stick with the liquid. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below and let me know your experience with this foundation if you've tried it. And if your experience was a lot better than mine, I'd love to hear about it. And just let me know your thoughts on the whole Maybelline foundation thing. Which ones you like, which ones you don't. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!